Hey guys, it's Sasha, and today I'm here with my spoiler-free review on the Legend Trilogy by Marie Lu. Here's my copies on them. So I had heard a lot about the Legend Trilogy, and I read the Young Elites before I picked these up, and I really like Marie Lu's writing style. So plus, my friend really raved about Legend and said how good it was, so I just decided to pick up the whole trilogy. And I picked these up because they were on my TBR for this Land series readathon. The Legend Trilogy is about these two people named Day and June who are battling against the government, against themselves. A whole lot of different things happen. In Legend, Day and June first meet and they're on opposite sides. Day is a poor vigilante and June is a rich, soon going to be high-profile government official, and they meet. When their paths cross, a whole bunch of things happen and they learn to trust one another, and a whole bunch of other stuff's happen. I'm not going to talk about Prodigy and Champions plot that much because I'm trying to keep it spoiler-free. Some major themes in Legend would definitely have to be betrayal. There's a lot of betrayal and definitely a lot of revenge. There's a lot of need for revenge in all of these books. There's definitely the strong family ties. Day loves his family and June loves her family, her brother, and both of them definitely have strong ties to each of their family. I came into this book expecting it to be good. I didn't know if it was going to be great. I really like how the Legend Trilogy was written. It was written from a two-person perspective, Day and June's, and I like seeing through the different characters' eyes. It was really interesting to see how they viewed the other characters and the world around them. I found that to be really nice. I did like Day's perspective more than June, but June's perspective was not annoying in the least bit. So these are just the things I liked about the trilogy overall in total, and I liked how they did not have a trilogy syndrome, you know, where the first book is really good and then the second book is just like there and the third book comes back and to be alright. I found that each of these books were great in their own way. I really enjoyed them all. I like how they dived right into Legend. I liked how I made predictions in the book, because for books I'm going to review I usually jot notes down about them, and a lot of my predictions turned out right. Now some people may be like, oh, they don't like a book that's predictable. I didn't find it predictable. I was just saying, this seems like it might happen, and it did happen, and I enjoy being right. I like the way June and Day met in Legend. I love, as I said before, I love Day's perspective and I love June's perspective of Day. He's so unassuming and he views himself way differently than she views him. KD, which she comes in, I believe, in Prodigy, she really reminded me of Farley from the Red Queen series. If you've read any of that, then you know who I'm talking about. KD and Farley were like very similar in character roles and very similar in character jobs and aesthetic. I really liked Andon and I was praying he's not going to be evil. I was really hoping. I jotted that down in my notes a whole bunch of times throughout the books, and does he turn out to be evil? Spoiler free. I thought Prodigy would make a really good movie. I'm not sure why I said that now because I read these books a couple weeks ago, but I think the way I visually viewed it, the way that the descriptions were, it would have made a great movie. Day and June's romance really just gave me life. I was so enamored with them. I am a sucker for romance. The ending for Prodigy killed me. I was slayed. I really enjoyed that, and I hated it at the same time. I love the author's version of Heaven and Champion. That's not a spoiler. I like seeing how people view the afterlife and how they would describe it. The ending of Champion, which is the final book, oh my gosh, I wanted more. The way she did it, it was sort of an open ending. It gave you closure for some parts, but in some other ways it did not. I did not like how they dove into Legend. Now, I did say in my section that I liked how they dived into it, but I also disliked how they dived into it because I wasn't familiar with the characters and it like took me a chapter be like what is going on. Once I really could identify the characters, I really enjoyed that part. The romance, while appealing to my softer side, did seem a little too fast. It seemed a little too insta-love, and I found it extremely funny because Marie Lu actually had June address that in the book. Even though June addressed it, she still didn't like really address it. It was basically like, oh, I know that seems too fast, but I still love him anyway. In Legend, there weren't too many details about the world. Besides June's house, where Day was, and Day's mother's house, there wasn't really too many details about the overall arching world, so I didn't really particularly enjoy that much. It could have almost ended with Prodigy because I was confused about what Champion would entail. Even though she did a great job with Champion, I felt like she could have even ended it with Prodigy. In Champion, I felt Day took the easy way out. I'm not gonna say what he got out of, but because that's a spoiler, but I'm just gonna say I was angry at Day for half the book. June and Zay in Champion were really frustrating me with their romance. They were being so annoying. In Champion, it did not suck me in as much as it did in Legend and Prodigy. It still was very good, as I said, but it wasn't as good as Legend and Prodigy. The ending of Champion, I said, was horrible and beautiful at the same time. I would recommend the Legend series to people who enjoyed Marie Lu's Young Elites. I think Marie Lu does a great job with all her books that I've read so far. I would recommend it if you like young adult dystopian. I rated Legend 4 stars, Prodigy 4 stars, and Champion 3.8 stars. That's all for now. I'll catch you later. Don't forget to check out my bookler and my other social media links. They'll be in the description down below. Bye!